I just have a few minutes, and I didn't actually expect to do anything today about live shows. Live lately for me it's harder because I don't have Wi-Fi at home. As I said, my the price of if I pay for 2 months of my Wi-Fi is the same amount of gas that I need to use from Atlanta to Salt Lake City. It's like $260. So this is exactly, and by the end of this month, but I'm leaving by the end of the month anyway. But the thing is, there's a possibility that I will be no access, don't have access to my apartment until there's a specific sum required that I don't have. So anyway, the there is in gang stalking there is people who are sometimes hunting you, and one of the scare tactics they have it's they will say something happens will happen to you and so on and so on, and people who are gang stalked, this is kind of what they fear. And what is interesting, it's not always the correct because people think they fantasize and do stuff, and they think, well, this is can happen, this can happen just because of the fear. But there is a real danger warning that you have from your body. It's physical and psychological, and mostly it's psychological. Like you have a specific way of the body has specific way of comforting you, and it's recorded over the last centuries, several centuries. The it is recorded. Uh, Whoever reads history remember situations when people were thrown into the wolves or animals in the Roman Colosseum. Okay, and what is interesting when they do, there were cases of people who were hallucinating. In a way, kind of a form, hallucinating is a form of your mind to take away from the horror you're getting into. And it's not just during Roman times, it's here in the West as well. I mean, I'm in Atlanta, not the West, but here's the West. The If you go to the West, and where cowboys and you know sheriffs and marshals and so on, what they were doing is that when they grabbed the some kind of a fugitive, uh, and before they hang them, they've witnessed situations where huge fugitives had the same. They had a simulation of some kind of a reality for themselves, and this way they made they're passing easier on themselves. And this is one of those things that I had several times when I was in a real danger. It was about 30 something years ago, early 90s, and it was in the early 80s. And the suddenly your body in a way can start telling you things through this type of situations. It's actually excessive daydreaming, and a lot of psychiatrists and everything they concluded this is one of those can be one of those cases, because they observe a lot of people that were in danger. There were people who were dying, and they had this medical community. They have a big record of stuff like this. So the this is one of those things. If people start to notice that there is some kind of euphoria of you, it's maybe your senses, your sixth sense, telling you that you can be in danger at a specific time. Okay, then you take care of yourself. As I said, I've been through this a couple of times. Very ugly. It was, as I said, it was mid 80s. It's almost 40 years ago when I was young and I was targeted, and early 90s when I was targeted as well in Salt Lake City. And the earlier you realize this, the earlier you will have kind of a, you have to kind of step back and relax and make sure that your nerves are calm. And one of those is you can take some of the herbs, medicinal herbs, or simply sleep a lot. Because part of the situation when you worry, you have a sleep deprivation. When a sleep deprivation and the what is the deal? Um, you are can start developing just for these delusions. So that's what it is. And I was about to be short. I see people like looking in, and hello, Alisa, and the other one I don't know what it is. Mm, the first one I will not even respond. I don't know what's the deal, but sometimes when I start the live show here, and suddenly I have this. Usually, first ones start calling me names. What the hell? But anyway, thank you. And who is a member of my community, please do subscribe. Who is not? My channel is called Gangstalking Insider, which leads you to um, world of gangstalking and how to fight it. So that's what it is pretty much. You have a good evening. I called good evening. It's too early here. It's 10:24 in the morning in Atlanta, Georgia. Have a good night and have a good day. Anyway.